Brad Keselowski is a lover of tanks, a consumer of giant beers, and a PTI favorite. He's also the defending Sprint Cup champion. He joins us now from New York City. Let's start with this. You're currently 9th in the Sprint Cup standings with 5 top 5 finishes, but you were punished twice. You accepted these penalties. We want you to be candid. Did you have to swallow some things you really wanted to say?
Well, I wouldn't say I accepted them. I protested the hell out of one of them. But the second one we did accept. There were 2 different issues. One was kind of like racing theory. We thought something should be legal. NASCAR thought it didn't, and we fought as far as we could go, appealed it. One part of the appeal, but not all of it. And the other one was we just didn't hook up a part the right way on the car, and it fell apart, and we got in trouble for that. So we didn't fight the second. I mean, yeah, I was really disappointed over the way the first one played out, and I'm still disappointed about it.
Brad, when people say, oh, this isn't behavior that's becoming of a champion, you respond what?
I respond to, well, what is? You know, I mean, I guess I should just sit on my hands and do nothing when I feel like I'm done wrong just because I'm a champion. I'm sorry, but that's not going to happen with me.
I know what it's like to have to hold your tongue. I've been put in that position by myself very often. In general, would you consider yourself more the white hat guy or the black hat guy?
Why can't you wear both of them? You know, I consider myself the truth hat. What color is that one? I want that one. You know, I think a lot of people think I'm outspoken. Sometimes I talk too much. And you know what? Sometimes I might have a case for it. But I know at the end of the day that I've been true to myself and said what I think was right. And you know what? That's what it takes for me to be able to sleep at night. I think there's a lot of people that, in our sport in particular, that make money and a good living at that. Because they stay quiet. But at the end of the day, for me to have a good conscience about that, about making a good living in the sport, I need to know that I've been a part of making it better and that I've stood up for what's right.
You're telling us off air about the Forbes list of NASCAR money-making drivers, and you're saying you're way down on the list. How far down, and what can you do to get up on the list?
I'm pretty far down for being the reigning champion. So I would say I'm about 10th or 11th. And all I can say is I got to win more. So I'll just keep going out 100% trying to win.
Are there endorsements involved in that, or is that just earnings?
Well, I think you look at some of the highest earners in the sport, whether it's Dale Jr. or Danica Patrick or whoever it might be, and the majority of their income definitely comes from endorsements. So, you know, I guess there's a lot of different ways of looking at it. I've spent my career focusing on, you know, like I said, true to myself, and then focusing on the performance as well. And that served me well to get to where I'm at. But, you know, to make it to the elite levels in this sport, you have to be a great endorser.
Brad, that is an incredible philosophy, and I know it can be complicated. Tony and I certainly know athletes in other sports who have decided they were going the same way as you. Some regretted it later because they didn't cash in. Some loved being true to themselves. Are you introspective about this at all? Is it a dilemma to you in any way?
Well, you know, I've already made more money than I ever thought I would. I never dreamed as big as where I'm at right now. And if everything went to hell tomorrow and I never made another dime in this sport, you know, quite frankly, I would be okay. So I don't race, and I don't do what I do for money. I do what I do for self-pride, and knowing when I wake up in the morning that I'm getting up to put my 100% effort into what I do, who I am. And when that day comes where I have to sacrifice my code, my own morals to be that guy, I don't want to do this anymore. And the only thing that could make me do that, to sacrifice that code or those morals I live by, is the pursuit of money or greed, I guess you would say. So I'm willing and more than knowledgeable of the fact that I might give up money with the persona that I have, but it's who I am and it's true to what I believe in. And at the end of the day, that's what's going to make me happy.
Well, let's just say that the money fairy came down and sprinkled you with all the money in the world. Is there one thing that you would buy?
Well, there's a couple hundred, but you know what's number 1 on my list right now, Tony.
Is that the tank?
You're damn right it is.
Well,
I want that tank.
Let's talk about, because you could probably blow about $9 million on your own tank. Am I right?
You can spend a lot of money on a tank. It depends on how modern of a tank you want to get. Me, I just want to get a tank that's cool as hell, that scares some people off, that I can run over some cars and trees with. I think that'd be pretty awesome.
Thank you so much for being with us, Brad.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks.